So October is Safe Sleep and SIDS Awareness Month. So this is an interview that I've been excited to bring you. As you know, I've got a 3- and a 1-year-old at home. So I was the mom a couple years ago, frantically looking up how to keep my babies safe while they were sleeping. So joining us to talk about safe sleeping habits for babies, Chief of Pediatrics with McGovern Medical School and UT Health Houston and Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital, Dr. Mary Aiken. Hey, good morning, Dr. Aiken.
Good morning.
So for those who may not know, why don't you go ahead and give us a brief idea of what is SIDS?
Sure. So sadly, every year about 3,500 babies die suddenly and unexpectedly in their sleep. Most of these are SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, where we never really understand what has happened even after an investigation, and others are injuries that occur in the sleep environment, like suffocation.
Yeah, how old are the babies that we're talking about who do die from SIDS? What is the age range that's most at risk?
Yes, these are young babies. Most of these occur in the first 6 months of age, and the peak is between 1 and 4 months of age.
So I know that the general recommendation is always that a baby needs to sleep on their back alone in the crib, ABC, alone back crib. Are there times when it's okay for a baby to be placed on their stomach ever?
Not during sleep. We really recommend against that for sleep, but it's important to have tummy time, being on their stomach when they're awake and alert, because that helps with motor development and helps them learn to lift their heads up. So we say back for sleep, tummy for play.
What is allowed to be in the crib with your baby? Is there anything, is there ever okay to be with a blanket or a stuffed animal or things like that?
We really advise parents to avoid any clutter in the bed. So anything soft, stuffed animals, pillows are a problem. Even bumper pads that we used to use, that's decorating the crib, but it actually increases risk. So a bare crib, that's nice and firm, and it's been approved by the Consumer Product Safety Commission.
As you know, though, there are still products out there that are listed as marketed really as a way to prevent SIDS. Set the record straight. Is that true? Should people be buying into those products?
There is no proven product, or there's no real way to prevent SIDS. We can reduce the risk, but these products we really warn against these products. Many of them are soft pillow-like products, and they can actually increase risk and cause problems for babies. Some of them are inclined, and that can be a problem. We really advise parents not to use these products.
Thank you for saying that. I still see those products on store shelves, and it can be very aggravating as a parent knowing that somebody else would innocently buy that and not really know that they weren't necessarily doing the best thing for their baby. So Dr. Aiken, you may remember, and I've reported on a potential enzyme that could be the source of babies dying from SIDS. Could be this enzyme, as you know, it may be lacking and may play a role in waking the baby if they stop breathing. So if that research leads to a real discovery of SIDS, could this tragic death one day be eliminated?
Well, we certainly hope so. And there are many people studying the biologic underlying conditions that may increase risk. But now our real best strategy, we can't control the maturity of babies. They're all immature. They can't protect themselves and roll out of a risky situation. We certainly can't identify all the babies who've got those underlying medical problems. We can control the environment they sleep in, and so that's where we really feel that parents should focus at this time. The simple, alone, on their back, and in the crib, the ABCs are the most effective and easiest way to avoid risk for every sleep. So nighttime sleep and nap sleep.
All right, Dr. Aiken, thank you so much for joining us. That is all very valuable information. As I mentioned, I know new parents are constantly looking for the newest, latest information to make sure that they're keeping their babies safe. So I appreciate you joining us this morning. This is Dr. Mary Aiken. She's the Chief of Pediatrics with McGovern Medical School and UT Health Houston and Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. I know you're a busy lady, so I'll let you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.